Hello everyone, this is Satyaprakash. Welcome to my channel. In this video I'll show you how to implement basic authentication in ASP.NET Core MVC and then send secure credentials to Web API. So guys, in my previous video part 29 I already have shown you how to implement basic authentication in ASP.NET Core Web API using SQL Server and Entity Framework Core. So same credentials I need to passing through MVC and then it will be validated by Web API and then it will be retrieve the sequence of response from the SQL Server. So guys, I'll show you what videos you need to refer. So this is part 29, that is secure ASP.NET Core Web API with basic authentication and Entity Framework Core. So this is related to the part 30, so please visit this video. So guys, in this video I'll show you how to implement basic authentication in ASP.NET Core MVC for request sent to the Web API. Send the username and password as basic authentication header with MVC API request. So guys, here I've created one notes in a step-by-step process. So I'll follow the same to implement this basic authentication in ASP.NET Core MVC. So step 1, I need to apply the authorized attribute in API control level which applicable to all the methods. So this is the file employee control.cs. So I'll go to my VS Code of ASP.NET Core Web API solution. So here in employee controller, so I have implemented this authorized attribute, right? So in my previous video I already have shown you how to implement basic authentication. So if you authorize this attribute use in the controller level in ASP.NET Core Web API, so when you send the request through Postman, it will be asking for this username and password, okay, basic authentication. Otherwise, without this, my Postman's request cannot send any response here. So it is used for secure ASP.NET Core Web API, so that any hackers or outsider without any authorization, they cannot access your API endpoints and can check the response. So that we can highlight with the authorized attribute on the controller level. So in the control level I have implemented this authorized attribute so that it will be applicable for all the methods. That is, this is HTTP get of ID, that is the filter records based on ID, and the HTTP post operation, HTTP put, that is for update, and same for delete operation. Okay, so as per requirement you can highlight any specific methods or you can highlight on controller level so that it will be applicable for all the methods. So either you can use here on the header part of control level. If you don't want applicable to all the methods, you can highlight only specific methods like get employees, it will return all the employees. You can highlight this one by uncomment this. But for security side, we can implement best way to make authorized attribute on the control level so that it will be secure your all API endpoints and HTTP verb methods in the secure way. So this is the part of ASP.NET Core Web API employee control.cs file implementation. Step 2 is we need to apply basic auth to send user credentials to Web API to validate. So this is the file inside services employee service.cs. So this is available in my ASP.NET Core MVC solution. So I'll go to this is ASP.NET Core MVC solution. I'll open that one employee service.cs file. So guys, here I have created one method add basic authentication. I am passing the username password. So this username password in Web API coming from SQL Server using Entity Framework Core as a dynamic. Same credentials we need to pass through MVC application so that when I consume the Web API, so this username password will be passing through the header and it will be validated by the Web API by SQL Server. So it will be not required to here to make any dynamic. I just pass in hard code, so it will be easiest way to implement the basic authentication in ASP.NET Core MVC. Okay, and here I am calling this method everywhere in my method. That is get employees. I use this method here, calling this method for get employees by ID async. I call that method as well. For create employee async, for create the new employee, I call this method. And for update employee, I call this method basic authentication. And for delete employee, I also call this method add basic authentication. So this is the code changes in existing employee service.cs file for basic authentication. So I'll scroll down from top to bottom to capture all the code. Okay, that's all about the changes in employee service.cs file. So here I make some notes, that is what it does. MVC sends the username password in the basic auth header. Web API basic authentication handler CS receives those credentials. Okay, and Web API basic authentication handler CS checks them dynamically against the SQL Server users table. If valid, API follows the request. If invalid, API returns the 401 unauthorized. So where this basic authentication handler, it is available in my Web API solution. So see here, this is the basic authentication handler CS, which I already shown the implementation in step by step in my previous video. So here basic authentication is applied dynamically from SQL Server using Entity Framework code. So this is the line of code. It will validate users from SQL Server using Entity Framework code. So same point I mentioned here, how the process working based on the basic authentication implementation in ASP.NET Core MVC. Step 3, we need to use Web API HTTPS URL. So guys, I already have shown you how to implement the HTTPS from HTTP for security side. So instead of HTTP, we need to use the HTTPS URL. So where this file we need to use, this file name is program.cs file in ASP.NET Core MVC. So I'll go here, ASP.NET Core MVC, the program.cs. So here, in this line, I'm calling this URL of ASP.NET Core Web API HTTPS with port number 7140. Okay, so that's all about the changes. Then we need to build and run the Web API and MVC. To build and run Web API and MVC, we need to execute this command. First, we need to execute for Web API. I'll go to here command prompt. This is my repository of ASP.NET Core Web API. Here I'll execute this command is .NET build. And then second command is .NET run. So here these commands are executed successfully. So same thing we need to execute for ASP.NET Core MVC. So first we need to execute .NET build. Then the second command .NET run. So here the commands are executed successfully. So see here guys, like in Web API, I'm getting two URL, one is HTTPS, one is HTTP. Same for I'm getting for ASP.NET Core MVC, one is HTTPS, one is HTTP. So I need to prefer HTTPS. So I'll copy this URL, go to browser. Here I'll type this is MVC URL. Okay, before that we need to check API endpoints are working or not. So what I'll do is I'll copy first the HTTPS URL for ASP.NET Core Web API, go to Postman. So see here, and as it is basic authentication applicable, I need to go authorization, select here basic auth, username password. I need to put here the valid admin123 and admin@12345. So I then send the command. So I'm getting the response with 200 OK. Same thing I'll check for with employee of ID. So with the employee of ID I need to check for 59. I'd come to here, I need to use the 59, make sure it should be basic authentication should be selected, basic auth, okay, and username password, click send. So I'm getting the employee details whose ID is 59. So now I'll go for the MVC URL. So first copy this HTTPS URL for MVC, come to my browser, paste here, type here the controller employee, and the land page is search malt. Press enter. So see here guys, I'm getting the 2 users as of now. So make sure these 2 images also available in my uploads folder. There is 2 images, right? So I'll show you this one with the medium icons. Okay, I'll show you in large icons here. So 2 images, right? So here I need to create one new employee. Daniel Rob, daniel@mail.com, and hire date, Charlie 23,000, choose file and save employee. Create employee created successfully. So I'm see this records inserted using basic authentication of ASP.NET Core Web MVC and Web API. So when I select this employee image and open image new tab, we need to check the URL. So see here, it is https localhost 7140 uploads folder, and this is the PNG image. So this URL nothing but this is Web API HTTPS URL. Okay, so I'll go to the uploads folder. You can see this image is available here. So I'll need to update this employee. So instead of Daniel 2 and Daniel 2 here, hire date I need to select 23,100, update the employee image to this one, update employee. So this update employee is done, employee updated successfully. I'll go to the repository. So see here, this previous image is replaced with this new image. Okay, so now I need to filter this with 62. It is working fine. Then I need to delete this employee of 62. Click on delete. It is going to see here this MVC URL also https localhost 7071. I need to delete. So employee with ID 62 deleted successfully. Okay, I'll come to here my uploads folder. You can see this image also deleted from here. Okay, so now my CRUD operation is performing successfully after implementing basic authentication in both ASP.NET Core MVC and Web API. So I'll go to my nodes. So guys, here are the nodes. So those are the credentials MVC sends to the Web API, and the API is still dynamically validating them from SQL Server. So how it works: first MVC hard-coded credentials, then basic auth header, then it will be coming to the Web API to validate, and there is dynamically basic authentication implemented. So we just table dynamic validation, then using authorized attribute to secure the Web API endpoints, and it will be display all the employee records based on username and password. So I'll go to the presentation here. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.